Welcome back to the Expensive Coins History channel. Today, we are going to explore one of the more intriguing coins from the United States 50 State Quarters program, the 2004 P Mint Mark Washington Quarter honoring the state of Texas. At first glance, it may appear to be an ordinary coin, something you might find in your pocket or loose change. However, for collectors and enthusiasts, this quarter carries a depth of history, artistry, and potential value that makes it far more interesting than its everyday appearance might suggest. In this video, we will delve into its story, its design, its rarity, and what makes some of these coins significantly more valuable than others. The 50 State Quarters program, which began in 1999, was a landmark initiative that brought numismatics into the homes of millions of Americans. For the first time, regular circulating coins featured designs that celebrated the unique heritage, culture, and symbols of each state in the Union. By 2004, the program had gained enormous popularity, with collectors eagerly awaiting the release of each year's 5 new state quarters. Texas, known for its vast landscapes, proud history, and cultural influence, was the state honored that year, and its quarter became a part of this historic series. The design of the Texas quarter is elegant in its simplicity and symbolism. On the reverse side, a large 5-pointed star dominates the coin, resting over the outline of the state. This star is a clear nod to Texas's nickname, the Lone Star State, a symbol of independence, pride, and the state's unique history as an independent republic before joining the United States. Beneath this central design, a flowing ribbon carries subtle stylistic elements that enhance the overall composition, representing unity and the spirit of the state. The inscriptions on the coin include the word Texas, the year it joined the Union, 1845, and the year of minting, 2004. The obverse maintains the classic profile of George Washington, which has been a constant feature of Washington quarters for decades, with the P Mint mark indicating its production at the Philadelphia Mint. The 2004 P Texas quarter was produced in extraordinarily large numbers, with hundreds of millions entering circulation. This high mintage means that most of these quarters are very common. Millions were distributed into everyday circulation, ending up in pockets, cash registers, and coin rolls across the country. As a result, finding a circulated example today is extremely easy, and most of these coins are worth little more than their face value. However, despite this ubiquity, there are aspects of the coin that make certain examples highly desirable, particularly for collectors who focus on condition, grading, and mint errors. Condition plays a crucial role in determining the value of any coin, and the Texas quarter is no exception. Coins that have spent years in circulation show varying degrees of wear, including softened details, scratches, and loss of luster. These are considered circulated coins and are generally worth only 25 cents. However, coins that escape circulation and retain their original mint luster, sharp detail, and flawless surfaces are classified as uncirculated or mint state. Within the uncirculated category, coins are further graded on a scale from 60 to 70, with the higher numbers representing coins of exceptional quality. The difference between grades is significant. Even a single grade increase can dramatically affect a coin's market value. A coin graded MS-67, for instance, is rare and commands much higher prices than an MS-65 coin, which is itself rarer than the millions of coins that have been handled or worn over time. Error coins, though less common, can also elevate the value of a Texas quarter considerably. Errors occur when there is a problem during the minting process, resulting in coins that look unusual, unique, or visually striking. One of the most recognized errors is the die clash. This happens when the obverse and reverse dies strike each other without a coin in between, leaving faint impressions of one side's design transferred onto the other. Die clashes can create ghostly images that are both fascinating and highly collectible. Another type of error is the die break, sometimes referred to as a cud. These occur when the metal of the die cracks, leaving raised bumps or irregular lines on the surface of the struck coin. These errors are limited to the number of coins struck before the die is replaced, creating scarcity and increasing their value. Other errors that occasionally appear include off-center strikes, rim anomalies, and planchet flaws. Some Texas quarters have been found with noticeable rim errors, where the metal does not fully fill the die, or with off-center images that give the coin a misaligned appearance. Planchet flaws, which involve imperfections in the blank metal disc before striking, can also create unique variations. Each of these errors makes a coin more interesting and potentially more valuable to collectors. The rarity and appeal of these errors vary, and some are highly sought after in numismatic circles, especially when combined with uncirculated condition and strong visual appeal. The market value of a 2004 Texas quarter in 2025 is determined by a combination of factors: circulation, grade, condition, and the presence of errors. For the average circulated coin, the value remains at its face amount of 25 cents. Uncirculated coins with no significant errors are worth more, typically ranging from $1 to several dollars, depending on condition and eye appeal. Coins that have been professionally graded and certified, particularly those in higher mint state grades, can fetch considerably higher prices. An MS-66 coin may sell for several dollars. An MS-67 coin commands a premium due to its rarity, and coins in grades MS-68 and MS-69 are considered exceptionally rare and valuable. High-grade coins with attractive surfaces and full luster can attract serious collectors, sometimes selling for hundreds of dollars or more. Exceptional examples, particularly those with errors or near-perfect grading, may even reach into four-digit price ranges, highlighting the demand for pristine or unusual modern quarters. For collectors and enthusiasts, examining a 2004 Texas quarter involves careful observation. It is best to view the coin under bright light and to use a magnifying lens or loupe to check for sharpness of detail, the presence of luster, and any signs of unusual marks or errors. Attention should be paid to the star and the outline of the state, as well as the obverse portrait of Washington. If an error or extraordinary condition is identified, professional grading is often recommended to ensure authenticity and determine the coin's market value accurately. Grading not only confirms the quality of the coin but also enhances its appeal to collectors and increases potential resale value. Beyond individual coins, the Texas quarter occupies a special place in the history of American numismatics. It represents the peak of the 50-state quarters program, which brought coin collecting into everyday life for millions of Americans. It celebrates the history, identity, and pride of Texas while also offering modern collectors a chance to explore the subtleties of minting quality, die varieties, and the thrill of discovering errors. Even 2 decades after its release, the Texas quarter continues to generate interest among collectors of all levels, from beginners assembling state quarter books to advanced numismatists seeking the finest examples or unique error coins. As we conclude, it is important to recognize that while the majority of 2004 Texas quarters are common and hold little monetary value beyond their face amount, there are countless opportunities for discovery and appreciation. Coins in pristine uncirculated condition, coins with attractive eye appeal, and coins with dramatic minting errors all offer the chance for collectors to find something truly special. Even among a series as widely produced as the Texas quarter, rarity and condition can transform an ordinary coin into a prized collectible. For anyone searching through pocket change, examining coins in a collection, or exploring coins at a dealer, the 2004 Texas Washington quarter is a coin that deserves a closer look, careful handling, and a deeper understanding of what makes it unique. The 2000 Maryland State Quarter, part of the celebrated 50-state quarter series, which ran from 1999 to 2008. While at first glance this quarter may seem like an ordinary piece of modern currency, closer examination reveals an extraordinary story that combines state history, national pride, artistry, and the subtleties of coin collecting that can turn a simple 25-cent piece into a treasured collectible. The Maryland State Quarter was released in the year 2000, minted at the Philadelphia Mint, denoted by the iconic P Mint mark. This coin represents Maryland's unique place in American history, and the reverse design beautifully captures that essence. At the center of the coin is a depiction of the Maryland State House, a structure of great historical significance, as it is the oldest state capitol in continuous use and the site where George Washington famously resigned his commission as Commander-in-Chief of the Continental Army. The building is framed by 2 elegant white oak branches, representing the state tree and symbolizing strength, endurance, and resilience. Alongside this imagery, inscriptions include the name of the state, Maryland, its ratification year, 1788, and its nickname, the Old Line State, reflecting the valor and discipline of Maryland's troops during the Revolutionary War. The obverse side of the coin features the familiar profile of George Washington, an image designed by John Flanagan, which remains consistent across the 50-state quarter series, creating a cohesive theme while allowing each state's story to shine on the reverse. This quarter is composed of a standard-clad metal, consisting of 91.67% copper and 8.33% nickel, giving it a familiar weight of 5.67 grams and a diameter of 24.3 millimeters. Despite being a circulating coin with a high mintage, the Maryland quarter carries both historical and numismatic interest that makes it worth examining more closely. The Philadelphia Mint struck a total of 678,200,000 Maryland quarters in 2000, a number that makes this coin relatively common in terms of production, yet among these, specific factors create rarity and potential value for collectors. Many coins entered circulation, while a significant number were saved by collectors, creating a large but varied population in terms of condition, grading, and potential errors. Collectors pay close attention to the design and artistry of this coin. The State House, a central element, not only evokes Maryland's architectural and historical heritage but also conveys the state's important role in early American governance. The surrounding white oak branches are more than decorative elements, they are symbolic of the state's natural wealth and enduring character. The phrase, "the Old Line State," reflects a proud military tradition and historical legacy, reminding us that every coin carries a narrative far beyond its monetary value. Even the year 1788 serves a dual purpose, marking Maryland's ratification of the Constitution and grounding the coin within the broader story of the United States. While many circulated Maryland quarters remain at or near face value, collectors are particularly interested in uncirculated coins and era varieties. Coins in mint state grades, such as MS-65, MS-66, and higher, can command modest premiums, while exceptional specimens graded MS-67 or higher may see significantly greater value. Some collectors seek error coins, which include off-center strikes, broad strikes, or even the highly unusual occurrence of a quarter struck on a nickel planchet rather than the standard copper-nickel-clad planchet. These anomalies can transform an otherwise common coin into a rare collectible, but proper authentication and certification are essential, as the market can be misleading when evaluating such coins without expert verification. In terms of market value in 2025, most circulated 2000 P Maryland quarters remain near face value, approximately 25 cents, with uncirculated but common coins generally valued slightly higher, typically ranging from under $1 to a few dollars depending on condition. High-grade coins that have been professionally certified, however, can command larger premiums. Coins in MS-65 to MS-66 may fetch between $3 and $5, while those in MS-67 or MS-68 may rise significantly higher, sometimes reaching $20 or $30 in collector markets. Exceptionally rare, flawless coins or verified error coins can surpass these amounts, with some sales reporting values considerably higher, especially for specimens with unique qualities or remarkable condition. The Maryland State Quarter is not just a collector's item, it is a tangible link to American history and heritage. It represents the artistry and vision of the 50-state quarters program, which sought to educate and engage the public by celebrating each state's unique contribution to the nation's story. For collectors, this coin offers the opportunity to appreciate both its aesthetic beauty and its potential value, especially when examined carefully for high-grade condition or unusual features. While mass production means that many coins are available, the survival rate of pristine, high-grade examples is far lower, creating the kind of rarity that makes collectors attentive to even minor differences in luster, strike, and surface quality. Owning a 2000 P Maryland State Quarter encourages both historical curiosity and meticulous attention to detail. It is a coin that invites you to consider the broader narrative of the United States, from the architecture of the State House to the symbolism of the oak branches and the enduring presence of George Washington's profile. It reminds us that numismatics is not only about monetary value but also about storytelling, artistry, and the thrill of discovering a hidden gem within everyday change. For those who have preserved these quarters in pristine condition or have identified error coins, the future may hold further appreciation in value, particularly as collectors continue to seek high-quality, unusual, or historically significant coins. Collectors interested in this quarter should focus on authentication, careful evaluation, and proper storage. Coins should be preserved in protective holders or slabs to maintain their condition, and grading should be performed by reputable third-party services to ensure accurate valuation. Market trends indicate that while face value coins remain widely available, high-grade and error examples offer the most significant opportunities for long-term value and collector interest. Patience, knowledge, and attention to detail are key elements in realizing the potential worth of this seemingly ordinary coin. The 2000 P Maryland State Quarter is far more than a mere 25-cent piece. Its historical significance, intricate design, potential for high-grade preservation, and the occasional rare error make it a fascinating subject for collectors, historians, and enthusiasts alike. While most examples are easily found in circulation, those who take the time to identify, preserve, and perhaps certify the coin can uncover hidden value and a deeper appreciation for the artistry and heritage embodied in this small but remarkable piece of American currency. Whether you are a casual collector or a seasoned numismatist, the Maryland Quarter from 2000 offers an opportunity to explore history, engage with the nuances of coin collecting, and perhaps even discover a coin that is worth considerably more than its face value. It stands as a testament to the enduring appeal of the 50 State Quarters program and the lasting legacy of American numismatic art. 1987 P Washington Quarter, a coin that on the surface looks completely ordinary but can have intriguing value under the right circumstances. Understanding this coin requires diving into its history, design, rarity, market trends, and what collectors are paying for it today in 2025. The Washington Quarter series has a long and storied history. Originally issued in 1932 to commemorate the bicentennial of George Washington's birth, the design was created by sculptor John Flanagan and has largely remained consistent for decades. The obverse features a profile of George Washington, and the reverse traditionally depicts a heraldic eagle, which has become an iconic image in U.S. coinage. By the year 1987, the United States Mint was producing standard circulation strike quarters in a copper-nickel-clad composition, meaning that unlike pre-1965 quarters, this coin contained no silver. It was minted at the Philadelphia Mint, indicated by the P Mint mark, and that year, the mintage was well over 500 million coins. This high production number already suggests that, in general, the 1987 P Washington Quarter is not considered rare. Physically, the 1987 P Washington Quarter is composed of approximately 91% copper and just over 8% nickel, giving it the durability needed for circulation while retaining a pleasing silver-colored appearance. It weighs around 5.67 grams, has a diameter of 24.3 millimeters, and features a reeded edge, a design choice that both helps prevent counterfeiting and adds tactile interest. The details on the coin's design, including the fine lines of Washington's hair and the eagle's feathers on the reverse, are subtle but can become surprisingly significant when evaluating the coin's grade and potential value. Even though the coin is common in general circulation, its value can vary dramatically depending on condition, rarity of specific minting errors, and collector demand. Most 1987 P quarters in circulated condition are worth their face value of 25 cents. They appear in coin rolls, jars, and collections around the country, often unnoticed by collectors. However, the story changes when the coin is in uncirculated condition. Coins that retain their original mint luster, sharp strike details, and free from scratches, contact marks, or wear can command significantly higher values in the collector market. An uncirculated 1987 P Washington Quarter might sell for several dollars, and coins that have been professionally graded by a reputable service can reach much higher prices. In exceptional cases, coins graded as MS-65, MS-66, or even MS-67 can sell for tens or even hundreds of dollars. As collectors seek perfection and rarity in modern coinage, several factors contribute to the potential value of the 1987 P Washington Quarter. First and foremost is the coin's grade, which reflects its condition. Circulated coins show wear, flattened features, and dulling, while uncirculated coins retain crisp details and full luster. Even small differences in grade can dramatically affect the coin's price. Eye appeal is also crucial. Coins with attractive toning, strong contrast, and minimal contact marks tend to sell for higher premiums. The population of high-grade coins is another important factor. Even though hundreds of millions of these quarters were minted, relatively few survive in pristine condition, making them more desirable for collectors. Occasionally, rarer coins from this year have emerged in the market. These might include doubling, die cracks, or other mint anomalies. While not every anomaly is valuable, significant errors can command impressive prices because they are unusual and interesting to collectors. However, it is important to note that not every unusual mark or strike is considered an error, and many coins that look different simply experienced circulation wear or other post-mint damage. The market for the 1987 P Washington quarter in 2025 remains stable for the vast majority of coins. Most circulated coins are worth face value and serve as a reminder of the coin's original role in everyday commerce. For collectors, the focus is on uncirculated examples or coins with special characteristics. High-grade coins continue to hold value, and professional grading remains a key tool in determining market worth. Because this coin is not made of precious metals, its intrinsic value is very low, meaning its value is almost entirely numismatic. Collectors looking to complete sets of Washington quarters or build high-quality collections often target coins from this era, which maintains demand for uncirculated specimens. For those who might find a 1987 P quarter in their possession, the first step is careful examination. Using a magnifying glass or jeweler's loupe, look for signs of wear, luster, and strike quality. Compare your coin to examples of known grades and check for any potential anomalies. If the coin appears to be in uncirculated condition, consider professional grading, which can authenticate its condition and potentially increase its market value. Even with grading, it is important to maintain realistic expectations. Most 1987 P quarters, while collectible, are not extremely rare, and the majority will sell for modest premiums unless in exceptional condition. The 1987 P Washington quarter is a coin that illustrates the nuances of modern coin collecting. While it is common in circulation, it can also offer value for collectors who focus on grade, strike quality, and eye appeal. High-grade coins can be surprisingly valuable, and rare mint errors can further enhance desirability. Understanding its history, composition, and the factors that influence value allows collectors and casual observers alike to appreciate this everyday coin for more than just its face value. If you are a collector, a hobbyist, or simply someone curious about coins, taking a closer look at the 1987 P Washington quarter may reveal a piece of numismatic interest hiding in plain sight. And like, share, subscribe the Expensive Coins History channel.